Hello, my name is Carl Surrey and this is a video tutorial for the Facebook group called Fans of Serif Software. Now, in this, it's going to be a set of tutorials. It's going to be about WebPlus X8, although basically this should be not a lot different to how things work in earlier versions. Now, I'm not going to pick on one particular subject in these tutorials. What I want to do is just try and set up, or show you how to set up a very basic web page. Now, I'm going with a very basic because I will freely admit I'm not necessarily that good with WebPlus X8. The only websites I've ever done have been very basic. But if you are new to using this sort of program to make web pages, this hopefully will be just what you're after, and once you learn how to do a basic website, you can learn a bit more each time and make it a much more better looking web page. Now, I will freely admit, as I've said earlier, that I'm not very good with this, and I will be learning with you as we go along. So I may make errors which I'm not necessarily going to edit out, because like I said, I am trying to learn how to use this program while at the same time trying to show other beginners and novices how to use it as well. The beauty of all these serif programs is that they all basically look the same and sort of work the same. So as I'm sort of more confident with PhotoPlus and PagePlus, a lot of those features are sort of found here in WebPlus, so that will hopefully make it a bit easier for me than a complete novice. But I am learning with you, and I hope you will sort of allow me a few errors along the way. So in this very first part, I'm going to set up a basic website, and from the setup assistant, coming down to new site, it will ask you for a site name. You can choose a color scheme, which by default is all these green colors here, but you can pick a different color scheme, but I will stick to the default color scheme. You have the size that the page will be. Again, you can set it up for iPhones, but I will leave it on desktop. And the number of pages that will start out, now I'm going to set it up for 8 pages. That's like for one for like the home page, and then one for PhotoPlus, PagePlus, WebPlus, etc. I'm going to add a navigation bar, although hopefully at some later date I will go away from the basic one that it will set me up with, and I will pick a better one that suits what I'm trying to do. And save site, I think this just saves your site at the very start before you do anything else, so you don't have to sort of go through all this again. So I'll give it a name. I'll just call it Fans of Serif Software, and then just click on Start New Site, and then it will ask me, it will want you to save this, and I'm going to save this right there. So there you have your basic page, and up the top here you have the navigation bar, it's called, that's it, which lists the home page and then all the numbered pages, and these are also displayed down here where you have the home page and pages 2 to 8. Now I don't really want this navigation bar right at the top at the moment, so what I would do at the moment, this I symbol is the one currently viewed, which is the home page. What I want to do is look at the master page, so I will double click that to move that to the master page, because the navigation bar is actually situated on the master page. Now the master page is the page that will hold all the data that you want on every page. So obviously you want a navigation bar on every page, and you will want other data. Well, I want other data on the all the other pages. So I'll just move this down out of the way for the moment. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this quick shape flyout tool, and I'm just going to quickly make this white box. I'm making it bigger than the main page here, just so it sort of I make sure it overlaps slightly, and then I'm going to click a color to fill that shape with, and well, I'm going to use this dark blue. And the next thing I want to do is to insert an image. Now down these icons down the left here, one of these icons is insert picture from file. So again, I'll pick the logo that I want to go at the top. Just click once, so that this used to be the heading I use for the Facebook page, and I'm going to use it for this project as well. We just lower that down so I can see where the top is there. Right, so I'll just click on this logo again. Down the bottom here you got buttons here where you can get the program to automatically align an object. You can have it aligned to the left or the right, but I want this to be dead center, so if I just click on this center horizontally, it will now move that to be dead center. So I then have that so far, and you can at any point check what this would look like on an actual website. But if you come up to File and to Preview Site, you can preview in Internet Explorer or Microsoft Edge. I believe you can, from here I think you can preview or set up a preview to look at Chrome or Firefox, but I'm going to stick with Microsoft Edge, so I'll just click on that and it will open up Microsoft Edge, and this is what this would look like on a web page. It's not brilliant, I freely admit, but it is, like I said, just going to be a fairly basic web page. So I'll just close that down, go back to this image here. What I do want to do is I think I'll pick I will change the transparency of this blue background, and transparency is one of the tabs along here, and I can just lower, you can make it almost invisible, but I'm just going to make it, where should I go, about there I think, and I'll also just reduce its size slightly. So there we have a rough beginning for this new website, and now I'm going to just move this bar back up to the top. So this is the beginnings of the web page. So I will then come off of the master page and come back to making the home page the one that is visible. And as you can see, we've already automatically lost the blue that went off the screen because they were on the master page. And if I click down all these pages, they will all be exactly the same because they are using the data from the master page. So I'll come to page 2, make that the one visible, and I will right click it and come down to page properties. Now up here you can see that it's just with the page name, it has page 2, and I'm going to change that to Photo Plus and click OK. And hopefully you can see this. If I zoom in a bit, that navigation bar has already changed that what was page 2 to Photo Plus. So I'm basically just going to do the same with all of these. Make that page plus. Next one be draw plus. And after that is movie plus. Page 6, I'm going to make panorama plus. Okay. And next one will be WebPlus. And the last one will be Craft Artist. Right, let me just zoom out again a little bit. So as you can see there now, the navigation bar, all the different tabs have changed, and you can, if you can, oh yeah, because this is on the master page, I can't change this. I mean, let me go back to the master page, click on the navigation bar, and I can stretch it out a bit to make each of those tabs a bit bigger and fill the page a bit better, which is not doing it as much as I thought it would do. So let me just bring that back in. Obviously it's not going to make any difference, so I might as well just, I thought it would stretch out the navigation bar. Like I said, I will be making mistakes as I go along because I am learning as well. So I will come back to the home page, and like I said, if I click on, say, page plus page, this will have all the details because it is drawing data from the master page. So you can preview this again at this point. So again, I'll preview it in Microsoft Edge, and then we have a fairly basic heading, and you can click on all the different pages. I hope you can see this navigation bar, although you're not seeing any difference because there's nothing different between any of these pages, but that currently says page 7. Click on that, it says page 2, so it is flicking between the different pages. So what I'll do at this point, I will save where I've got up to. So that is now saved. Now obviously you could make I could make these smaller if I needed more space down here, but as this is just going to be a test basic site, I'm not going to do too much more in that respect. What I will do is I will just add a link to Serif itself. So what I need to do is I'll go back to the master page, as this is where this particular logo is based, or heading I should say. And then again, down the left here, I'm going to click on Insert Picture, get the serif logo, click Open, just click anywhere and it will place that logo, and then I will just move it to the center. And the thing is with this, that you have this red line appearing. I hope that you can see that, and that will show you roughly where the center line is, but again I could put it over here and then just click on center and it will center it for me. So all I need to do now is to have this linked to serif, and what I need is the serif web address, which I do have here, so I'll just click that, copy, and highlight that again. I will right click that and come to Hyperlink, and I want this to open an internet page, so I will click there on internet page, and then you just paste in the web address that you want it to open at, and then just click OK. And then you can come back to the off of the master page and back to your home page, and that would now be linked to Serif's own website, so people can go and check out their products. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to upload this as it stands at the moment, this website, to the internet for people to look at. Now you can get web domains and web spaces, from quite a few places on the internet. You can just do a quick search and find places that will host your web pages. Nearly all of them you need to pay something, a monthly fee. There are a few free ones around. There's one called Angel Fire, and there's one called Wix, which is Wix. The difference here is that the Wix one, I think you can only use their templates. You can't sort of make your own with like this WebPlus. You can only use their templates. Angel Fire, I think when I opened my basic website with Angel Fire, you could use FTP, which is File Transfer Protocol, it stands for, and basically you need a web host that uses FTP to allow you to upload from WebPlus to their web hosting site. So if you are looking for a web hosting site, make sure that they do allow FTP. And like I said, I think Angel Fire used to allow FTP with its free accounts, because I can still use it to upload my fantasy football page that I host. But I had a quick look the other day, and if I read it correctly, the FTP is now only allowed on their paying sites, but you could check it out. But I think there are a couple of other free web space companies out there, but again, they may only allow you to use their templates, or they may not allow FTP. So you may have to pay for one. Now, the company that I've done this with is one.com. They are currently doing a special deal at the moment where the first year is for free, and I don't know how long will this will run, this special offer, but I'm taking advantage of it. And if at the end of the year I don't like it anymore or what have you, I will just take the site down, because I'm only really using it as a demonstration to show you how WebPlus can be used to make a web page. So once you've got your web page ready to upload, you can come up to File, Publish, and then Publish Site, and then Publish to the web. And then we'll open up the publishing options, and I have already set mine up. You can set up your which account you're going to use from clicking on Manage Accounts, and then you enter all the data, all the FTP data that is needed to upload to whichever site you pick. So one of the things you need to do when you do buy or get web space is to find out where they want all the FTP data to go. So you may need a special password to get to the FTP part of their website, and it will most likely be a different password to the one you actually need to get onto the website. I hope that makes sense. But you can always once you've set it up, you can do a quick test just to make sure that the link has been established, and it does a quick one. It says connection is established successfully, and then just click OK, and the next page is asked whether you want to just update one or two pages, whichever ones you may have only altered. But as this is the first upload, I'm going to click on, well, it's already clicked, Publish All Pages, and then just click OK. And then, as you can see down here, it starts to upload the site. And as it's very small at the moment, there's only 15 files to upload, it will do that quite quickly. And then when it's finished, you just click Close. And then all you need to do then is just open an internet page. And if this has worked correctly, I will just put in FOSS.1, press return, and that is that website. Very basic website already set up and ready to go. And like I said, you can click on the different pages, but as there is nothing on these pages just yet, you won't notice any difference. And hopefully, if I click over, put the hand over the serif icon, it will go to a hand, and if I click on that, it should open the serif page in a new page. I'll close that down and close that down and go back to my basic website. Now that is as far as I'm going to go at the moment. In the next part, I'm hoping to elaborate on this a bit more. I'm also going to hopefully get one or two of the members from the Facebook page to maybe write a review of some of these programs to go on their page, because I do not use WebPlus, so I really can't comment on how good or bad it is and what have you. So I'm hoping to rope in a few other members to expand this website, and maybe even give me some tips on what they think I should do to make this website look better, because I do want to expand this from being just a basic website to being a much more advanced website. So how it looks now may not be how it looks at the end. But if you want to just check out how far this has got up to, you can just go to www.foss.1, and the 1 is spelt rather than the number. And the FOSS is just for fans of serif software. So thank you for watching and bearing with me, and goodbye.